Now, I know this is kind of shocking because the mere thought of having a girl on your team is enough for any average Valorant player to have a mental breakdown.
Because the only thing women are good for is cooking, cleaning, sucking, and...
But overall...
This is why men love playing as girls in video games. All right? Why men love... I don't know about you guys, but the reason that I play as a female in BDO is because if I'm going to stare at an ass for thousands of hours, it better be a nice ass. You know what I mean? We could go with Archer too, but that for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like... It's a fantasy game. I want to look at an attractive girl. It is what it is. You know what I mean? My striker's ass is great. That's right. This guy's a bag of dicks, but that's okay.
To be an anime girl for the past 2 years, I think it's finally time that I did a face reveal.
No, you don't do that as a VTuber. The magic is lost. Don't. The magic is gone. And just like that. And just like that. Like, this is a perfect example, though. Which one would you guys rather look at? This one? Or this one? This one? Or this one?
Hayaki just subscribed.
And that is why we like VTubers. And that is why we look like VTubers. Or, option 3... Right here, baby. Big, bald, and shining. That's right. Hacklay, welcome.
You should turn off your camera.
Fine. Thanks for the new T1 sub, buddy. I'm putting out the wet floor sign, but you guys can't see it because you don't deserve it. That's right, you can literally hear it.
Time before I got rid of that stupid VTuber avatar. I've always hated VTubers anyway.
Damn, Noctapus is pretty good looking.
Alright, fine, this isn't actually me. This is Pinoy, my editor. But...
Your editor's name is Pinoy? Don't make the joke. Don't do it. Does he like going in circles? Is his favorite geometric shape a circle? I can't.
Do you see how it made you feel? Betrayed? Shocked even? I felt that exact same way when I confessed my undying love for a cat girl in Final Fantasy XIV, only for it to be a 43-year-old dude living in Nebraska. But
no fucking way! No!
For a cat girl in Final Fantasy XIV, only for it to be a 43-year-old dude living in Nebraska.
Everyone on the internet is a guy. Do you understand? Even the women are usually men. You understand? Even the ones playing the cat girls with the cutesy anime avatars saying ooh woo and sending you emotes in your DMs, do not be fooled. This is who is behind the computer here. Do you understand? He's Jesus Christ.
But the question is, why do men play as female characters? As an avid girl chooser myself, I've wondered this question for a long time. My main cover-up story was that girls have a smaller hitbox, and while
that is also, yes, that is the reason. That is the reason. My Guardian has a smaller hitbox on it.
100% is totally not cope and very true, it's not the main reason. To get to the bottom of this, I created a community poll to ask you, my subscribers who were specifically guys, one simple question.
Yeah,
Do you
females, get out of here, losers.
prefer to play as male or female? Over 2,000 of you answered. The results were not really that surprising considering my type of audience, but over 70% of you said that you picked girls. But
all right, let's run the same poll. Only men are voting. Stay out of this, women. Idiots. Do you like to play male or female characters in game? Just kidding. The reason the females can't vote here is because they're actually like way smarter than us. These are the stupid people voting. You understand? Do you see this? It's not just his audience. What do you say, about 70%? We gonna get there. We gonna get there, that's right. We gonna get there. Yeah, I mean, again, basically bang on. I think it's this way across the board, boy.
But not only that, a ton of you wrote paragraph-long answers in the replies that I 100% always definitely read. Let's start with the most obvious answer of all. Men just like seeing sexy girls when they grind out thousands of hours of gaming.
Yep. What the fuck was this?
Out thousands of hours of gaming.
I wish that was me.
And
No. That's fucking true, though.
always definitely read. Let's start with the most
Watch the clip.
obvious answer of all. Men
This dude's getting his ass beat.
just like seeing sexy girls when they grind out thousands of hours of gaming.
I wish that was me.
And don't get me wrong, this isn't completely untrue. If
Jesus.
Blizzard puts one of my favorite characters in a bikini, then it's my obligation as a player to give them $20 for it. For the most part, it would
Shell Bell would like to agree with you. That's right.
seem like guys just fit the overall stereotype of objectifying women, but then it falls apart for certain situations. Like, why would a guy pick a female character in an MMO where you start out in the ugliest clothing imaginable? Or
Yeah, why would they ever just...
why would someone commit to an entire playthrough just to play as a non-sexualized girl character? This isn't
True.
saying that aesthetics of things like character skins aren't important to players, but that being the only reason isn't telling the full story. So that would lead us to another possible answer. Girl characters just have way more clothing options.
There it
it's
is.
no secret that one of the core
There it is. The men never get cool skins. And when they do, it's like once or twice. The females get way better outfits. That is big true.
experiences in gaming is being able to make your character look as cool as possible.
True.
And based on the replies to the poll I mentioned earlier in the video, over 30% of you mentioned that you play girls because the clothing options just look better. This makes sense, considering that for a long time game companies were too scared to experiment with what kinds of skins belong to what character. Typically, male character outfits tend to be big and bulky, and female characters have historically been a bit more revealing and aesthetic.
Bro, do you want to beat the shit out of someone in a onesie, or do you want to have like swim trunks on? You know what I mean? Yeah, just unzip the onesie.
Aesthetically pleasing. Lara Croft versus Nathan Drake, Cammy versus Ryu, and the most sexist case of all, Pac-Man versus Mrs. Pac-Man.
There is no fucking way you just talked about Pac-Man being over... There's no fucking way he just played that music for Mrs. fucking Pac-Man right now. Dude, if you are aroused by this, bro, you guys need help, okay? And not religious counseling. I mean, you need to get to a fucking counselor now. Those legs, though, again, seek help.
If you think back to when some MMOs were first released, like Final Fantasy XIV, Blade and Soul, Black Desert Online, they all had or still have gender
That's us.
lock clothing. This means that your options for outfits are split from the very moment you start playing. So unless I'm feeling like playing a big burly warrior, of course I'm going to pick something more aesthetically pleasing. To give game companies some credit where it's due, it's becoming more and more common now for characters to wear whatever they want. For example, in Final Fantasy XIV, they recently made it to where you can live out your dream of being a giant manly orc in a bunny suit. But until that line keeps getting blurred, I'd like to quote someone from my comment section. If I'm going to be
hot take. If you release a berserker bunny suit outfit, that shit would go hard. That shit would go so hard. They would clean up on that outfit.
Be staring at an ass of a character for the next 100 hours, it should at least be one I like looking at. And
that's fair. Yep, that's the... Hey, did I not just literally say that almost word for word?
While I wholeheartedly agree with this statement, there's something missing. A real nail in the coffin to put this debate to rest, you know? And I think I might have found it. A single name kept popping up while I was researching for answers. Proteus. And what do people named Proteus and girl avatars have in common?
What is this?
They're both usually old men. But Proteus wasn't any old man. He was a Greek god of the seas who could predict the future and transform into whatever he wanted. Okay, cool.
When you say whatever he wanted, what exactly do you mean by that?
Cool, but what does that have to do with anything? Hold on, let me explain. Let's look at a scientific phenomenon known as the Proteus effect. This is a name given to an occurrence when a person's behavior in a virtual world transforms due to the characteristics of their avatar.
That is true. That is true. Ninja mains suddenly start watching anime and become super weeb focused. Okay, they start RPing with their character and like lingering their skills when they're not supposed to. They just can't help themselves. Hot take. They were already like that before they started playing.
The behavior changes because the person has a pre-existing knowledge.
Tamers too. I'm not touching that one.
Knowledge or expectation of how those players online act. This might be kind of complex, so let me give an example.
I will say that there is an element of this that is true. Players act more like they're in-game, or like players can acquire characteristics of the in-game player that they're playing. For example, the reason that I am so lewd sometimes is because I played Evelyn for 6 straight years. Nothing I could do about it.
Toxic League of Legends player who typically plays more aggressive hypercarries gets to play a support character. This player might subconsciously start embodying more stereotypical feminine traits like being more cooperative or empathetic with their teammates, because that's...
Is that why I'm a bottom? Because I'm playing Witch?
How they associate that side of the player base in their brain. This doesn't usually mean gameplay, by the way. This is more of a...
She's changing me. I'm making a warrior tomorrow.
Social thing.
I'm making a warrior tomorrow.
But this effect is real and has scientific evidence through it through hundreds of research papers. Some of the students at Nottingham Trent University found that men often associate positive feelings towards women avatars, such as how attractive or aesthetically pleasing they are, making them more likely to choose female characters.
Look how hard he's breathing. This dude's sweating right now. This dude's sweating right now, dude. Like,
game companies already know this, which explains why you can always buy sexy outfits with microtransactions.
Yeah, that's Fiora.
It's not really that shocking when you think about it. I mean, what? You just expect them not to make money? Complain about it all you want, but people are still buying it. But hold on, that's not the only reason. The Proteus effect also explains how men typically gravitate towards playing women in multiplayer games because they expect more positive social outcomes. If I play as a girl in this...
Honestly, I would expect a much more negative social outcome from a female character. Because if you approach a female IRL, she's not going to be as... In my experience, the guys are generally more welcoming.
MMO, not...
Is this Final Fantasy? What the fuck is that second option, bro? They just have it laid out on there.
only will I be more aesthetically pleasing, but players are way more willing to help me out and give me lots of gold. To back this,
no, stop. The fucking tongue action, dude. Get the fuck out of here, dude. There's no y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
Point up, I found another study from the University College of London who discovered that players who use women avatars with more detailed clothing not only have more social interactions, but more positive social experiences in general. Now, I know this is
in the virtual world. To be clear, did it... Indeed, our study has revealed that several commonly held beliefs and stereotypes about physical appearance and gender apply to virtual worlds as well. I mean, true. People are much more likely to come up to you and talk to you if you're playing a super thick Dark Knight. Right? I find Stryker to be much more abrasive. Both because he's walking on all fours and because he's speaking a different language than me.
in general. Now, I know this is kind of shocking because the mere thought of having a girl on your team is enough for any average Valorant player to have a mental breakdown.
Because the only thing women are good for is cooking, cleaning, sucking, and...
But over...
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like the average Valorant player. He nailed that. I just one more time. If you can't laugh about that, you got a problem, bro. If you got offended, bro, like he's even got average Valorant player, bro. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Average Valorant player to have a mental breakdown.
Because the only thing women are good for is cooking, cleaning, sucking, and...
But overall, it seems like playing multiplayer games as a more feminine avatar can lead to a less lonely gaming experience in general. But at the end of the day, these kinds of things all play a part into a bigger overall narrative. Yeah, the Proteus effect can offer some answers, but it's not this magical solution to the question. Personally, I think when a person plays a game, they want to immerse themselves as much as possible.
True.
For some people, that's making their character look just like them in real life. And for others, it's being something completely different. Tons of...
Again, which of these two things do you want to play as? Which one do you want to play as? Alright? Just be honest.
Completely different. Tons of people use games as a form of escapism. I mean, if you're a big manly dude working a grueling 8-hour shift getting yelled
That's me.
at by customers all day,
I get yelled at by Twitch chat. Those are my customers.
why would anyone blame you for coming home and role-playing as a cute cat girl? Or...
It's not me. That's not me. That's not me. I take it back. I take it back. I didn't realize he was going to go that way with the sentence. That is not me. I don't... Fuck. Dude! Come on, man! I don't play cat girls. I just play normal girls. It looks like you. If you are talking about this right here, I'm going to be pissed. If you're talking about this, sure. All right. That's not it.
Cute cat girl. Or maybe for you, it's a deeper and more complex reason, like personally identifying with the character, using it to express something you couldn't in your daily life. There are literally hundreds of reasons.
I like how the music got super like ominous and he started zooming in on like the super awkward, like, oh shit.
Not enough hair for a cat girl. Blue's more like a mole rat girl smiley face.
I am trying to make jokes here. You are interrupting my comedy. You are not funny.
To answer this question. So the truth is, as unsatisfying as this might be, it's not actually something that can be directly solved. Thanks for watching. If you like this, leave a comment and tell me about what makes you like playing certain characters.
Because the only thing women are good for is cooking, cleaning, sucking, and...
To be clear, of course that's not true. But like, bro, he do be spitting. There are players in video games get crazy sexist super fast. Especially if you are a female fucking up in like any competitive video game, that is the first, like, immediately that they're gonna come out of their mouth, bro. It is crazy. It is crazy. Anyway, I absolutely love it. Like, I thought that video was top tier. Top tier. There's the video right there. Go give it a thumbs up. It has almost 1 million views on it. This is like his best video he's ever made. In terms of like overall views and stuff. Might be his second best video. But like, yeah, go give him a sub. Go give him a like. Absolute specimen. Absolute specimen.